Okay, guys, since it's Halloween, look at my face. Oh, just kidding. Anyways, yeah, my video today is something to do with Halloween because, yeah, not just that, Western celebration of Halloween. In the Philippines, we celebrate Halloween October 31st at night. Some places would have this, costumes and discos and this stuff, and families are already starting to cook Filipino sweets, delicacies, really native, like sticky rice and pancit, or the Asian noodles, or the Asian spaghetti. Filipino spaghetti, but mostly Filipino food. This is to commemorate our loved ones who have passed away. We remember them during this time, so we go to the cemetery and we bring the food. We light the candle, but we bring food. Sometimes we eat there. We play some cards or mahjong. We also offer one plate of food on top of the niche. If we couldn't really go to the cemetery, we will be doing that at home. And before that, by the way, like a week before or 3 days before, we already go to the cemetery to clean and repaint the tombs or the niche, because usually in the Philippines it's not common that you see the ground ones, the ground cemetery, or what do you call that. It's always like an apartment type, like this one. Yes. Anyways, going back to this Halloween thing, this is just a good vibe, so it's gonna be a different video from time to time. Serious, good vibes, funny, crazy, silly, whatever. Now, if you happen to go to the Philippines, I want to let you know that part of Filipino culture, even other Asian culture, but the Philippines is really like a lot of superstitious beliefs and these mythical creatures, that they believe, especially in the provinces. So you might face these traditions, these customs, and these stories, folklores, things like that. And you will like be amused or okay, these creatures that we believe, most of us, yeah, these folklores, we really love to listen to stories like that. And we were kids during full moon, our grandparents, our parents would gather. I'll tell you some of them. And I think when you come to the Philippines, especially in the provinces, the old generations, our elderlies, will always tell you stories like this. Don't go out at this time because there is this. First is, we call it aswang. This what aswang is. It's a monster or creature that is very almost a relative of a vampire, because they're said to eat, the innards of humans or animals, and yeah, and even cadavers. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Why my face is so white? My god, sorry. This is with the filter and I don't know how to make it back to normal. Actually, my phone is crazy like me. So anyways, yeah. And number two is the mangkukulam or magbabarang. So these are humans who knows how to do spells, who practices witchcraft and sorcery. So it can cause you harm, like diseases, sudden diseases, and insects coming out in your mouth, your nose, your ears, things like that, until you deteriorate. And when people get sick and they go to the hospital and the doctor couldn't find any reason of the cause of the illness, then people will resort to this or false doctors, or albulario we call them. This one, albulario. Now I don't know if it's true. And then we have this sigbin. Sigbin is, it's an animal, honestly, but it's like a nocturnal animal, and it looks like a combination of a cat, dog, no, combination of like a dog and a ghoul or something like that. This one, oh my gosh. Then most Filipinos believe in, spirits roaming around. So the supernatural beings just living, coexisting and living with us in our homes, in the forest, in the mountains, in the seas, oceans, rivers, everywhere. And we have these dwarfs and, yeah, and fairies. We do believe in that, and most of us believe in that there. And you see this ant hill, or the termite hills or mounds. The people believe there that these mounds are the homes of dwarves, elves, and we also have a belief in white ladies, ghosts, all these supernaturals actually. Yeah, so it's funny, right? There are a lot more. Saint Elmo's fire, tikbalang or kapre we called it. It's half human, half horse. And kapre is the ones with the very big tobacco, Then this manananggal, which is like a woman most of the times, usually, who goes out at night, and the half of her body will separate, and then wings will, the vampire wings will come out from the back, and then she will leave the half of, her body wherever, near the forest or what, but hideous, and then she will fly to look for a victim. And it's funny, right? Because when you how come you separate and then it goes back again, and then when it separates, what, I think the intestines will scatter all over while she's flying. But yeah, anyways, just good vibes. So I think a lot of places, even in the West, even here in Europe, they still believe in their own mythical creatures and like that. Even in the Bible, even Greek mythology, Roman mythology, all this stuff, Hindu mythology, everywhere there are really like supernatural beings and creatures that they believe. So just to say that, get ready for a lot of folklores and horror stories and other weird beliefs of Filipinos. Like when you go, these customs, when you go inside the house, or if there is bad spirits, you scatter, or this aswang, you scatter salt and hang, a bunch of garlic cloves in the window sill or in the door, at the door. These things. Happy Halloween!